It is Monday, the 22nd, of November. We are kicking it. This is Thanksgiving week, everybody. Again, this is the Bipoc Happy Hour, the Black Indigenous People of Color. This is our wind down. We worked all day, and now we just sit and chill and talk about what's going on and all that good stuff. I'm Uncle Ray, Brother Dennis, Brother Bobby. What's going on, fellas? How's Monday treating you?
Good. Same shit, different day.
I guess I can imagine. Well, I can tell you, I was taking a nap and I was woke up. The woman in the Ivory trial said that boy died because he had dirty toenails. What kind of shit is that you would say that in a trial? I never thought I would hear some shit like that in my life on this planet. But that's crazy. Ain't that the kind of stuff they said back in the 30s and 40s and 50s?
What does that mean?
Am I wrong?
I think you're wrong.
Okay. Help a brother out. You're more wiser than I am.
Why you say that?
Because you got at least 15 on me. What are you talking about? Yeah, you got at least 15 years on me.
Whatever.
So you're much wiser.
And bias. People are biased about a lot of things, you know.
How's that bias? What does his toenails have to do with the price of tea in America?
If you're more likely to get double the census if you're darker skinned in America than if you're light skinned.
My dark skinned brother's dead. So he's not doing any judgments on anything.
My case is proven.
Your case is for he's dead, but now I'm trying to understand because the attorney flat out said he can't be from this era. He was up to no good because he had on shorts, he had khakis, no socks, and dirty toenails. Yeah. What kind of mess is that? How is that a defense of anything?
But what if he had dirty fingernails too? That'd have been even worse.
To who?
He out in the street with dirty toenails.
To who? I can go outside right now and go to Cub or go to any grocery store and find someone with dirty toenails and dirty fingernails. And they shopping.
Why would you do that?
I wouldn't do that. We're just going along with that woman said. She was a defense attorney. My client can't be guilty because he was up to no good with his dirty toenails. Come on now, that sounds and this is today. That sounds like something straight out of the 50s. Or maybe the 60s. I don't know, Bobby. Bobby, you was that old. I mean, it had to be from somewhere out of that.
Why do you feel that when she's seen something that she didn't like, she had a comment about that? He had dirty toenails. That's why he got shot.
That has nothing to do why he. Thank you, Bobby. Take it.
There's nothing to do with the trial. There's nothing to do with why this man was murdered. If that's the case,
that's what she said, Bobby. She said it. That's why he got killed.
Retaliate and say the same thing. You know what I'm saying? We shot him because he looked at me wrong. We shot him because his hair was dirty, and they looked beige. They was dirty.
But that's some slave hunter bullshit. What? I know he couldn't have been a good quality person because his toenails was dirty. What kind of? Come on now. Who give a fuck about his feet? Y'all chased that boy for 30 minutes. Huh?
They fooled us for so long. They even had us singing about the slave masters and what they do to us. Bar, black sheep, have you any wool? Yes, sir. 3 bags full. 1 for the master.
Is that what I'm saying?
That's what the song saying.
That's what I'm saying. Is that what y'all singing? That's the kind of songs y'all singing?
Oh, you know that was singing. We were singing that when we was children. You know that. That was a childhood song for everyone.
I wasn't born here. I was under a rock.
Um, yeah, like I just seen a special too, how they try to defame, take things away from us. You know what I mean? For instance,
Because you're getting too big for your britches.
like the pyramids, they try to say, "Oh, the aliens came to build the pyramids." They can't give black folks credit. You know that we were smart enough to build a structure that you can't even figure out how to do.
That wasn't about blind people. That was the fact that they can't explain it. So if they can't explain it, it has to be somebody else because they
Oh,
feel
they
as
could
though
explain it.
they feel they're so superior. They're so superior. Nobody else would matter.
They could explain it. They just didn't want to give the people credit. That's why they knocked every nose off every statue they can find.
So in 2021, November 2021, you say they're still doing it in the courtrooms.
Mm-hmm.
And Dennis says that's okay. Dennis said it was okay for them to do that.
We still got chains on our feet.
I don't. I don't care if the feds watch or no. Come get me. I ain't got no chance on mine. I would be like Kyle Rittenhouse. I didn't do nothing wrong. Self-defense.
Now that's been acquitted. I guess you can do that now.
I don't know. I haven't seen any of you black people try that defense yet. Once I see whether y'all get away with it, then I'm gonna run with it.
Do y'all know
but somebody got to be the first one.
Did y'all know we are a nation within a nation? If we come together the right way and get the right, if we just come together as one, who can they fuck with?
Well, in the event that that particular part doesn't happen, well, what can we do as individuals to stop that and stop them from all that bullshit? Huh?
Leave America.
You know they're trying to keep y'all refugees from going to other places. They spray
mainly refugees.
Blowing water on all y'all. You moving from one country to another, running away.
I'm going straight to Ghana. I'm going straight to Ghana. I stack up my millions here. I'm going straight to Ghana.
How you gonna get millions? You go walk to the grocery store and some woman on the fourth aisle down around the corner gonna say you look
Before you speak all that first, please put it in your pocket and sit on it. Right. I said I'm racking my millions, and that's what I'm going to do. Okay.
I'm gonna leave that alone. Gotcha.
All right.
You gotcha. I'm done.
Where's my burger bag?
Right.
How you doing?
But that is some mess. I mean, you know, that woke me up. I'm like, that cannot be real.
But did you hear about Wendy Williams?
No, what'd she do?
Oh, her bottom part is unusable. It's not working anymore.
What bottom part is not working? The front of the back or the top?
It's not funny, but her
legs be sensitive.
Her legs.
I don't know. You said bottom part. I don't know. Front, back.
Her legs are not working. Her legs are messed up. And then they said she have a touch of dementia. Allegedly, you know, that she's supposed to have a touch of dementia, and they put her in a safe house.
In a safe house, so they didn't want her to say psych ward.
They didn't want no paparazzi to get her.
Right, so they definitely didn't want to say psych ward and have everybody doing all that gossip. So that's where they normally stick you so you can get rest.
But her show is doing so good.
It wasn't until she got a divorce and got drunk and went on that hiatus and fainted in front of everybody. Until before all this, she's probably doing real good.
She had a lot of issues, we may not like her, but we
love her. She on TV. She got a back row.
I like her, but a lot of folks don't like her. But she was a black woman that actually got to a place where a lot of black women would not have been able to do, especially during those times. You know what I'm saying? So she done been raped and all of that. So I tip my hat off to Wendy Williams. She may not be the best one you know, to call. I would actually sit and chill with Wendy. She would have all
Would
the
you?
gossip. You know
Mhm.
what I'm saying?
Mhm.
I think
I
Wendy
think
Williams is a perfect case of mental health issues. You know, everybody don't want to talk about that kind of stuff, and it happens in the community. It can happen to anybody.
Yeah, but
but you know,
like
it's a
what happened
taboo.
to her, I was gonna say though, what happened to her with her husband was really fucked up.
Right. Again, mental issues. I mean,
That's
that could
like
have affected her health.
a whole lot of shit that
Hmm.
went down that was really fucked up, and it was in public.
Yeah. Yep, that affects your mental health. We need to have things to help people deal with their mental health, whatever the issue is, because
You
we
know,
do not address that, and we just say you're making it up, trying to get a check.
but
That's
you
so
know, it's
wrong.
taboo. It's taboo in our culture.
You are right. Yes, it's ugly.
You know, but you know, a therapist, someone I can just tell my business to, and they can keep it a secret. I'm down for that.
I
Just let
can't
me
pay
unload
300
it.
plus. I can't pay 300 plus for one of them therapists.
No, I can just let's smoke some CBD and let me chill.
But for those that don't know, y'all can call the EPA department at y'all's job, because I'm sure y'all got the employee assistance program, and get y'all a therapist, because you just need somebody to talk to.
How do you do that?
Just go to Human Resources and tell them you want an EPA counselor, and it's
Uh,
confidential. It's confidential. They'll give you the number, and you deal with that away from the job. You just get an assistance because it's paid for through your job. Employee assistance program. They deal with all kind of stuff, but you can't go
Where
to
I got
mental
my
counseling.
therapist from.
Yes, I can. Yes,
That's
what
I
if
gotta.
cool.
Hmm.
what if somebody find out that I'm doing this?
How they gonna find out?
And somebody else
Unless
told me.
unless y'all at the same clinic at the same time, what you gonna do? Say we doing the same thing. But other than that, how you gonna find out? Your
Unless you run your
job
mouth.
gives you the number to the counselor. You set up the appointments. Who gonna know you called a counselor
Unless you
unless
run
you
your
tell
mouth.
them? Thank you.
Well, some people ask, and I refer them to my therapist if it's people that like I think really believe in therapy and aren't gonna go there on no bullshit because
See,
they respect my therapist and I want to send her folks that ain't really there trying to heal. So
right. But see, that's somebody actually reaching out, asking you the question instead of, I mean, because other than that, nobody's going to talk about, I maybe need to have somebody
But
to
then
talk to.
also folks don't realize that they actually can find people that look like them. And that's what the issue is.
Yes, you can
When you
request that.
think when you think of therapy, and it may automatically come to your mind as a Caucasian person, but you actually can find someone that look like you.
So when you go to
Pray about
therapy,
it.
when you
Mhm.
go to therapy, what should you expect? What should you look for? What are
You
the
sit in the
telltale
middle of the
signs?
floor. You sit in the middle of the floor and you say, "Nam Yaho Renge Kyo."
Whatever conversation go from there. That's it.
Well, I had a therapist and it didn't work. That's why I was asking.
How do you know it didn't work? Did you
What
give it
color?
a
What color
chance?
was your What color was your therapist?
Oh, see now that's just okay. Now, okay, I'm
What color
done.
was your therapist?
no, it makes a difference, Dennis. I've had three therapists in my life. One after my sister was murdered, and that lady was white. And then I went to go see another lady who was also white. They did give me some coping skills, but what I appreciated about this last therapist that I dealt with after my divorce, she was black and she approached it not just from a medical standpoint, but spiritual. Like she helped me work on some things that were like really fucked up in my soul. So,
And then also they can also relate, probably been in the same
yeah,
situation that you have. And being a black person is hard.
yeah,
And
it's
if they
totally
can
different.
actually understand the bullshit you got to go through, you feel what I'm saying, in everyday life, being a black individual. So you want to speak to someone that looks like you and that can understand the bullshit that you go through. That hey, I walk down the street or I go into the store, I'm automatically followed or accused or whatever. You
Well,
know,
Bob,
a white person is not gonna know that how
well,
that
Bobby,
feels.
she did the same thing in her office. Now, when I went to talk to her in her office, she gave my 15 minutes.
She was
We
white.
talked. See, there you go.
That does matter. It does matter.
That's why you laughing.
Right.
Because I'm trying to say she is a therapist, and what she
That
did was
It
a
does
white
not matter.
therapist or a black therapist?
she was Caucasian.
Okay.
That's why.
Okay.
That's why
Okay.
it didn't work because her
Right.
message was for a Caucasian male, not a black male. She may have some good points, but she didn't come to you as like you was looking at her like she was like blah blah
You
blah blah blah.
side-eyed. You gave it a side eye.
Okay, the side eye was there, but what she did was what do you call it? Side eyeable, or whatever you call it.
You didn't give it that side eye.
But we didn't even know each other, and I'm like, at the time I was homeless. I was at a shelter. All those things wasn't going right in life. Whatever you thought, I should get, why God doing this to me. She tells me, "Oh, just close your eyes and meditate." I'm like, "Girl, I ain't gonna go to sleep."
You see that bullshit? Come one way from the butterfly. You know, a person that moves, I mean, it's not wrong to meditate, but a person that knows your struggle is someone you would want to talk to. You're not going to go to an AA meeting and talk to a sober person. You're going to talk to someone that's been through that shit before with you. I mean, been through that. I've been sober for 48 years, but nigga, it was not, but brother, it was not hard. It was not easy. You feel what I'm saying? So, you want to talk to someone that can actually relate, and she couldn't relate. She told you close your eyes and think you was in the woods. Smell the pine cones. You smell it.
Well, I told her I got all my bags, my clothes in your office with me, sitting right here, telling you I'm homeless. She want to ask me about stuff
She
that's
was a white.
irrelevant.
She was a Caucasian lady. She didn't care about your problems. She was getting your check. That's all.
It wasn't
You
to care
get the
about my
check from the
problems.
city.
It was the fact that she didn't even listen to what I was saying.
Again, one thing that you can guarantee if you go to a therapist, and I can say this beyond a shadow of a doubt, is to guarantee somebody to talk to. It's just like finding a friend. Not everybody you meet you can talk to. So a therapist, just like Silence said, it took her 3 to find one that she could talk to. It's somebody you can talk to in your private and actually talk to.
Although I ain't gonna lie, the second therapist did the same thing that you just mentioned, Dennis, about telling me to go into this place. She even had music that I had on the tape to go with it. So when I felt stressed, I can go to this place and like I'm supposed to go and relax. I don't know like what that does, but it's pretty
Well,
standard.
I didn't get the music one. He said, "Don't use music and like that." We had to use water and nature sounds.
See, she was already off because music soothes us.
Mhm.
Well, no, she had the birds chirping, the water,
She didn't know.
the
The
babbling brook in the
waterfall.
back. And
She
I'm
didn't
like,
know.
I
She
gotta
didn't
go
know.
back to the shelter and sleep on my bag tonight. I ain't got no cell phone. I'm eating food that should have been for the puppies.
That's it. If she'd have been playing some Run DMC or DMX, because I know this was back there and all that, you'd have been right on time with her. Y'all have been able to have a conversation. She started off wrong. So again, you're trying to find a friend that you can talk to, someone you can talk to that have no judgment, don't know you, and having a conversation with you.
She had a judgment and she didn't know me. So
But then she wasn't the right one for you.
I
And then a
guess.
lot
That's right.
I mean, Google's your friend. Look for, black therapists in my area.
Maybe I
And
should
it
have Google be my
shows up.
therapist.
Well,
And
Google
to,
don't talk back like that.
and to everybody out there in listening land, we bring up this subject because this is that time of the year that everybody goes through that closed in and all that and don't have nobody syndrome. There's nothing wrong with having somebody to talk to.
Yes,
Sometimes you don't
yes,
want everybody to talk to.
yes.
So you
Sometimes you
don't
just
want
want to have
somebody to
people to
talk
talk
to,
to.
just somebody to fuck.
But that can happen too if you do it.
And then sometimes you just don't have people to talk to because you don't know the area, or you may be older. You know what I mean? So
Or you might be younger and you don't think anybody understands. It works for young people too.
yeah.
I did have a therapist. It didn't last long because he was trying to help me with grieving. Because I lost my mother when I was younger and still have grieving issues. He didn't know how to deal with it. So it didn't last long, but it is nice to have somebody you can go to,
I had a,
anonymous and all that.
I had
Mhm.
a, I had a couple of therapists also, but here or there.
Right. Like I said, it's like finding a friend. Not all therapists you can talk to because you have to develop, you know, it's like that instant thing that we can actually sit down and have a conversation.
Maybe when I grow up, I'll get a therapist.
Man, you're the youngest old man I look.
That's awesome. I hear that's coming up.
Yeah, December 18th.
And what that's going to be all about.
It's going to be about people of color, celebrating people of color in their community to make sure that we don't never forget that we do need help. So we don't have to go to that shrink or that person who don't know us, and we can help healing ourselves. I wish
Awesome.
the whole community come out and celebrate with us and raise funds. Yeah, so that's next month. Whoa,
Are you excited?
I am.
That's what I'm asking. Are you excited?
I
I
think
would
for
be
me,
excited. You've been doing it for 1,000 years. At least to be doing this type of event is awesome.
especially for our
Yes, I
first
told
year,
you he's the oldest young man I've seen.
have you guys, I want to ask a question. What do y'all think about this?
What should you think about it?
I love it.
12 of the most popular strands in America.
Can you give us a rundown of what we're looking at real fast for us that can't see that little bit of writing?
You can see it.
Hold on,
The
since
See
you
the
OG,
talk about
picture.
weed, since you're talking about OG Kush and Pineapple Express and things, did you know they were selling that on Amazon overseas and they got caught? Yes, y'all need to
In
check out.
India.
Y'all need to check out their podcast in the morning. They be telling us some things.
Yeah, caught over in India
Had 3 of
buying
those.
Amazon.
4. I've
Hold on,
had
just
4.
move up a little bit. I need to see what I.
5, 6, 7,
Uh-huh.
8. I've had 8 of the 10. Okay.
Okay, move back
That's
up.
how you know what you're doing.
Go back to it again.
Right.
Shout out to my man.
Right. You ain't new at this game. You ain't just started.
the wedding cake, sour diesel, purple
Sour
haze,
diesel is the best.
There's
Green-
nothing on
Never.
there that I have not had.
AK-47, Pineapple Express. Oh, that's cute.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go to Colorado, y'all.
I got people in Aurora. We
Michigan.
can go there and hit the places.
Or DC.
I hear Michigan has better quality product.
Michigan.
Michigan and New York.
Oh,
I
of course I
wonder
know New York.
how do
else
they
in New York?
judge that? Don't they all ship the same?
No.
Oh,
Okay.
So apparently the quality of
Mm-hmm.
product in California and New York and in Colorado have gone down.
it's saturated.
And so right. And so in these other places, they just have better quality, you know?
And I can imagine New York.
Okay.
Y'all imagine going to New York smoking and then walking to a theater and watch a show. Just imagine going to New York smoking and you have all these restaurants to eat out
Mm.
Okay.
Cultural, different cultural restaurants,
of.
not
Yes,
the same.
Mm-hmm.
yes. And then
Right.
the bodegas. Yo, go to the bodega and get you a sandwich or a slice of pizza at 2 o'clock in the morning.
That's
And
where you go get a hot lake.
And that's what the governor said. Wherever you are able to smoke a cigarette, you are able to smoke a blunt.
Hey, freedom to smoke.
Is that what they said?
That's exactly what he said.
Yep.
Wherever you're able to smoke a cigarette, you can smoke a blunt.
I'm gonna need to go shake his hand.
First, simply it would remove marijuana or cannabis from the list or the schedule of federally controlled substances. This means that going forward, individuals could no longer be prosecuted federally for marijuana offenses. This does not mean that marijuana would now be legal in the entire United States, as some have tried to argue. It would simply remove the federal government from interfering with state laws and state structures from the business of prosecuting marijuana cases and will leave the question of legality to the individual states. Those states choosing to decriminalize can do so without ongoing interference from the federal government. And those states that choose to continue to make marijuana illegal can continue to do so as well. Second, the bill would establish a taxation structure to collect a sales tax on marijuana, which over the course of 5 years could increase from 5 to 8%. The funds collected through this tax will be used to establish a trust to do good, to reinvest in communities ravaged by the war on drugs. I know it firsthand by living and growing up in those communities of color and those communities beyond. What I would also say is it would bring banking a relief. Businesses who ultimately will come from this legislation legal will have the legal right and opportunity to secure legal banking relationships. The trust fund will be used for rehabilitation and reentry programs in the Department of Justice and for programs in the Small Business Administration to ensure that the growing marijuana market is diverse and opens up opportunities for entrepreneurship in communities that have been adversely impacted by the war on drugs. In the last week in my community, a bright young individual was killed because of marijuana sales. A bright light, yes, was extinguished in a minute with violence. This is what we want to see eliminated. We want a government structure that saves lives. Finally, the bill would expunge and seal federal marijuana arrest and convictions and resentence offenders.
Yeah.
That was powerful, Sister Sheila Jackson. Legislate.
So I want to be able to try all those strands of marijuana. So we should make this stuff legal and stop playing.
You should legally do all these things.
Yes, I wish they would, because I want to try the biscuits. I ain't heard of that one.
Well, I also
What
want
was
to
it,
the
biscotti
federal
or something?
tobacco.
The biscotti,
Yeah, I ain't tried that either. That was one of the ones I hadn't tried yet.
right?
I want the federal to back away from it. That way, it can be completely legal in DC.
That's what you're trying to do. And make sure the federal is done and everybody's cool, like
Yeah, because
Colorado
like
and
in
the rest of them.
DC, you can grow up to 4 plants in your household, all that. So yeah, if it's legal like that in DC, because that's federal ground. So,
When we pass it here, we're gonna.
oh
be
my
able to
goodness!
have 8 plants.
Oh, there's a blast from the past.
Oh my goodness!
It's Santa Claus.
Charlie, how you doing?
It's Santa Claus.
Hey.
Ah, come through with that fan.
Yes.
Yeah, that's Santa Claus, all right.
Hello.
How you doing?
Yes.
Welcome back. Welcome back.
That's how I'm doing.
All right, welcome back, baby. Good to see you.
That's
Bobby, how you doing?
He slipped.
Bobby, he on mute. Oh Lord. I got my little groove going on over here. Hold on. Alexa, mute Fire TV.
Y'all see my
Oh,
thing?
Mr. Anderson, that's how you feeling? That's how you feeling?
Yes, bitch.
Is that it? Oh, there you go.
How you doing?
It's contagious. Everybody run.
Yeah, I'm pussy bitch.
Yes. You know who this fantasy is from, don't you?
Who?
Yes,
Give me the
no
name.
more homosexual.
Don't be left out,
All
Bobby.
homosexual. All the homosexuals showing they private.
Right, gone with your bad self.
Uncle Ray, why can we not see you? Why are you not visible?
Because I'm advertising
Okay, what do we advertise?
the Minnesota POC Pride Festival.
Okay.
We here for the community, so donate.
Woo.
PayPal.me/Minnesota Pride, POC Pride. Send us $1 or $2.
I'd even set up
more
a
if
50.
your heart is
I'd even
hot.
set up a 50 cents if you ain't got that much. Because a whole lot of 50 cents can help out.
I tell people whatever amount is laid on your heart, it would be greatly appreciated.
Well, that would be okay.
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
That
Sign
is
B,
beautiful.
how you be?
chilling.
It's been
I'm feeling.
It's been a minute. I know I'm not included in the clique. I know you, Bobby
What you
Wilson,
talking
got
about?
the rich people clique.
See, that's how
I
they
know I
do when they
did.
come back. When they come back on vacation, they hallucinate.
Bitch, I
talking
know I'm
about?
not rich, bitch, but I want to be in the clique. I want to be on the being in the Spurs too.
That's Bobby.
I don't know what you're talking about, but we do miss you.
Y'all acting
We
rich.
do like a certain standard.
Y'all acting rich and don't want to include people.
What are you
It's a
talking about?
hard life.
Hold up.
You
went
ate?
to the Ramada Inn the other
I
day.
did.
What are you talking about?
And threw down, bitch.
We went to the Ramada Inn, and then my tub.
What happened in the tub?
I
That
can't
didn't
be
work.
too.
We had no
What
TV.
happened in the tub?
I had a pedicure while I was taking a shower.
Uh-huh.
You know how the
Oh,
water.
so somebody was giving you a pedicure
Oh
while...
no, the water wasn't going down the drain.
Oh.
Right. I got the hell up out of there because I didn't know what else was down there.
All right, because you don't want to play around with that.
Yeah, we stayed at a mid-grade hotel.
Okay.
Oh,
Hold on.
You know,
We would have been
Sina
better off.
has a certain standard.
I'm sure you
Like
have to take
she
a
just
bath.
said.
I'd like to have the TV work. You know, I don't think that's asking for too much.
I
That's
think
not.
it's just too much for the TV to work.
We
You know,
had
most
two
people-
TVs. We had two, and then one of them worked.
The TV is there for decoration.
We had
Just like it used to be in our house back in the day. That one TV
Right.
on the bottom
we
of
had
the
two TVs.
Right.
one
You know
worked.
what's on top of each other?
We had to go home. I came home and got a TV. You hear me?
You
I
had
bought a
to.
flat screen from out my house to put in a hotel room.
Yeah. Y'all
That's
was
the
traveling
Ramada
across
Inn
country.
here. You talk about the Ramada Inn here in
Yes,
Minnesota?
unfortunately. Yes.
Oh, in Minneapolis? I mean, in Minneapolis.
Yeah, here in Plymouth.
Oh, I didn't know that's what you
Yeah.
talking about.
There was gonna be an event there, so we had booked rooms, and then the
Mhm.
event got canceled. So we ended up just keeping the rooms because we thought it'd be okay.
Okay. Well,
But
that's a
it turned
story.
out to be not okay.
No, it
Oh.
wasn't. And
Me
It
and the
turned out
big
to be a good story.
it wasn't a B&M. Yeah, it did.
It
come
was
with-
not a B&M experience,
No,
okay?
it was not.
It was
not quite, not quite.
not a B&M experience.
Nowhere
It
near.
was.
Oh, we.
The standard has been,
But
my
we not.
lord.
But that lets you know we're not too bougie. We will step down.
It's all.
in the
It's
food
all
line.
stayed there
I mean,
anyway.
I personally
Yeah,
feel
we
like
stayed overnight. We stayed
Yeah,
overnight.
up there.
if you work hard enough and you make the coin, then by all means, because New Orleans was a good time.
And yes, it was.
It
And
was
makes
definitely
it
a
made-
very good time,
New
despite the
Orleans is
weather.
always a good time.
Despite the weather,
The weather
It was
didn't
still a
bother
good
us
time.
either because we kept them moving. You
A
get it?
hurricane
good
don't
time.
bother nobody.
We kept
It was
them
still a
moving.
good
We
time.
didn't worry
I
about no
enjoyed it.
weather. We still was on that river.
I seen the boys.
Right? Yes. Hurricanes don't stop nobody.
Hey, we seen Ja Rule. I mean, we seen Mystical. It didn't stop
Yeah,
nothing.
it was really, really a good time.
Yeah, it was really nice. It was a really nice
It was
time.
a
I would
really
like to go
good
back
I
But
would
that-
too, but not during Pride.
or 4th of July.
Go through decadence.
Not during
Go for
Pride.
decadence. That's when you go for.
Yeah, I don't want to go when it's
Because
a
Pride
holiday.
and 4th of July took place the same weekend.
It
It
too
was
much.
cute, but it was a
cute.
lie. But it was cute though. It was. I will give it that.
And the food, Chef Winnie, I still talk about you. The food was good.
Yes. Here goes Sina. You ate. I did.
Right. And ate quite a bit.
I did.
A couple of times.
I did. I took
Right.
those over there. When I
Right.
found out how close they were to my hotel, I said,
Uh-huh.
"Oh yeah, I know where I'm going for breakfast."
Again.
There was plenty of food. That
Oh,
was
it
who
was
they
so
was
good.
cooking for.
So good.
We had a buffet for
It was a buffet
four
style.
people.
Did we already talk about this? I'm sorry.
Mm.
But I
don't
know
yeah.
that being
But you
that
know,
B&M experience was cute.
Well,
But you
we're
know,
doing
we
it
try to
next
go to-
year.
That B&M experience was real cute.
I
Where
would
we
like to go to
going next year,
DC.
Bobby?
What we
Huh?
doing next year?
Yeah, where we going next year?
I definitely want to go to New York. I do since they don't leave.
I have never been
Do
there.
y'all want to go to New York for New Year's with me?
No.
Okay.
I'll
Not
have
for
to
New
see y'all.
Year's. It's too many
That's
people.
that's what happened
Yeah.
with COVID. There.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Sign
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Dick Clark.
She
I'm
keeps
afraid
the
of
limit. She keeps
Yeah.
the limit.
Hold on, let me say something
Body
real quick.
count.
Can I say something real quick?
Yes, go ahead.
You remember the big scare that we had when it first came out?
The big scare.
That was because of the New Year's ball. Everybody was in New Year's, got COVID, and spread amongst the country. That's why, because New York is so compact, and then after everyone dispersed, it spread it all over New York.
They
Then
took it
everyone
home
took-
with them.
And then everyone took it home, and then that was the big outburst. Right after that, if anyone noticed, right after that, that's when everything started fucking up because it took the time for it to get into their system, and it was just spreading. I truly believe it was from that New York celebration.
So you personally feel like it's not a good idea to go?
Honestly, I wouldn't tell anybody that I love to go there,
Okay.
even if it wasn't
Or
COVID.
go anywhere.
Not
Even
for
if it
New
wasn't
Year's.
Because
COVID.
I have been trying to look for cheap tickets from Minneapolis to New York, and like the cheapest was 500
You sound right.
round trip, and it goes up from there. So I was like, if I can find something cheaper, but then listening to this conversation, which is very valuable, thank you, I may reconsider because I have
I
not.
wouldn't even go up there if it wasn't COVID involved.
Yeah.
It's just too much.
Okay.
You got 5 billion people already living in New York, and then 5 billion people coming to New
Coming
York.
for New,
That's
and
too much.
everybody comes there for New Year's. Yeah.
It's too much. I'm being honest
Yeah.
with you. And
Yeah, it is too much. I guess I just wanted to go for the experience.
I love New York, and I will go.
But y'all don't think it's gonna be
anytime
better
to
if
New York.
everybody's vaccinated?
Well, I won't say I love New York, but
No,
I
I
enjoy
love
traveling to New York.
I love New York.
Because I don't love New York.
I used to go all the time. That was my party area. That was
Yes, come on.
You know, living in DC.
Meanwhile, Nails,
Oh,
I see what's going on. How you doing? I love
you know, yeah, New York is a beautiful place, but it's so much people in there, and then you add on to that, it's
And just like you
pickpockets.
said, it's compact. It's so many people there, and
It's
it's
so
so
many people.
dirty. I'm sorry.
Now that part, yeah, it's dirty as a motherfucker, but it's a beautiful place. And if you're young, you must go. If you're old, you must go. But it's a very cultural place to go visit. You know, and spend that coin. You know, stay at
My grandmother had went the same year the Twin Towers were the planes went through them. She went a month before that for her birthday. She said she enjoyed the experience. She went up in the Twin Towers all the way to the top and everything. And a month later, the planes had went through the tower.
Yeah, I would love,
but she did say she
tough.
enjoyed her New York experience.
I would love to stay at the Waldorf Astoria.
I would too. Yes, me too.
You know, that's one of my on my bucket list. But yes, it's beautiful. And then you go up around Christmas, like say if I can understand if you said I want to go up there to the Rockefeller Center, not necessarily going for the big thing, just to go up there around Christmas time. Yes, go. It's a beautiful thing. You feel what I'm saying? But being around all those on the New Year's, I'd be scared as hell, especially now with COVID.
Meanwhile, something just popped in my brain. You know what we should do, and I'm glad we live. You know what we should do as a board in like January-ish? A ski trip. I love to ski. I don't know.
I do too. I do too.
I think we should do, that should be our January POC Pride event for the month. Like we all just get together and go to the ski resort. Isn't it one like off of 35?
Yes, Buck Hill.
Yes, I think we should plan that.
But DeAndre, you got to remember, you running with a lot of pioneers, and we don't want nobody to fall and not get back up there.
You don't have to worry about that. I ski my ass off.
Not you, the pioneers.
I can get on it. I can get on it.
I think everybody would enjoy that.
I'm not going to ski because, you know.
Oh, see, there you go.
It's going to be like a giraffe.
But would you still come, Bobby?
Yeah, I would get on a tube.
Okay.
What the hell are you talking about? I would bring out a trash bag. What you talking about, Steph? I go real old school on you. You know what I mean? But I will not get on those skis though.
Yes, skis are fun though.
Skis are dangerous.
Fun. So yeah, we should do that in like January-ish. Okay, I'm done. Oh no, I'm not done. I know I'm late, and I know we are trying to have topics to discuss every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Did you all know last Friday about the Anoka County thing with the LGBTQ paraphernalia? It can't be visible, but military and government related things can be. So it caused an uproar within Anoka County. And then a representative had got on camera and said, we're just doing this to keep the peace.
Okay, so what happened? Okay, I lost you in there. What did they do?
So Anoka County, this was on the news last Friday. Anoka County has banned all LGBTQ plus paraphernalia to be visible. Bumper stickers, flags, all of that gay stuff cannot be visible on your house, your vehicle, or nothing. But if it's military or government related, then it can be visible. So it's caused an uproar in Anoka County last weekend.
It should.
Did you say on your vehicle? So they
On
said
your vehicle
you
too.
can't
If
have
your
a bumper
vehicle is
sticker
parked,
on your vehicle.
yeah, people, even if you got, like, for example, I have an HRC and all of that on my vehicle. If I go visit somebody in Anoka County, I could get a ticket for that.
What?
Yeah.
That is cray
Look it
cray.
up. Look it up.
That's bullshit.
Crazy. And this is 2022. This is crazy.
Look it up.
So that
Yeah.
means Anoka County won't get my money.
But who goes out to Anoka County anyway?
And that also is the place, wasn't it the Anoka
What's
Hennepin
going
School
on?
District that had like the highest amount of suicides?
Where? In
Yeah.
Anoka County?
Anoka Hennepin, the school district. Yeah, that school district out there.
Really?
They were the ones that
Right.
were
Look
trying
at
to
me,
ban
Uncle Ray. Really?
Right. 'Cause I'm learning something.
the gender neutral bathrooms.
Oh
They were
yeah,
tripping
I
out
remember
there.
that from like a
They
few
were
years
tripping
ago.
out there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
Really?
remember that.
they're conservative.
It is so 22. The things we still talking about.
So, Mr. Anderson, why is this visible and we're live?
Because they can't make us take off the gate on our credit card.
How you
But
do?
we're
You
live.
can't take the gay off.
So he
No.
had this up here so you all can go out there and get this card that we have now that will support our organization for each card that you get. That says POC Pride.
But
So
we're
you can go
live.
into, you can go to www.card.com and put Dennis Anderson under it. Or go to our page and click on the link. That way you can have it.
Yep. And it comes in two different styles, the fist or with the love with the Minnesota on it. You get your check 2 days earlier if you direct deposit. And it's used all over the world. And it's got our logo on it, so that makes it much better.
How you do?
Okay.
And
Shameless.
also, don't forget, since we're talking about our logo gonna be all over this fundraiser gala that we having on December 17th.
Yes, talk more about that, Bobby.
Make sure you get your we will be celebrating our community, POC community, such as Councilwoman
Andrea Jenkins
and
Philip Cunningham is going to be there.
Are we honoring these individuals?
Absolutely.
And we are honoring honor and mention BB Zahara, Benet.
Yes.
Yes, we honoring them for being in the game for so long. Yes, so come out, get your tickets on eventbrite.com. You know what I'm saying? We have a gorgeous menu. We have chicken, sea bass. We have a vegetarian meal. We also have short ribs. We have it all. So make sure you get your tickets on eventbrite.com. Put Vietnam Entertainment or Gala Fundraiser for December 17th, 2021. Check us out.
Bobby, since we're live and people are watching, is it possible to share your screen and show the flyer like we usually do?
Yes.
We can do that at the end of the show.
Sure. Also, I also gave you a little teaser and I said, take out your turkeys and brine it and check me out tonight on our show. What I mean by brining your turkey is taking your turkey and put it in a tub of water with all your seasonings, breast down. So you take 2 cups of salt, 3 cups of sugar, in a big tub of water with ice, and put all the seasonings you use. I use a lot of poultry seasoning, sage, and different things like that. I throw onions in there. I throw some lemon. I also take some and I throw ice on top, and that way it can keep it. But you live in Minnesota, you understand? The turkey are already frozen, so it will unthaw as the time go, and it's already cold as hell outside, so you'll be fine. What it would do, it would keep your turkey so moist 4 days from the day you cook it, the breast meat will still be moist because you brined it. So check that out, try it out, Google it, and it will tell you. Brine your turkey. That's
How far in advance should you start that?
You can do it 24 hours before.
24 hours before.
I'm greedy. I did mine today. So it will go all the way into Wednesday night.
Well, you don't want to be waiting till the last minute always.
Well, I don't want to wait until the last minute. I just wanted to ask how far in advance should I start that? And if it's already frozen, should you just put it in the tub frozen with no ice and all of what you just said?
Yeah, you don't have to put ice in it if it's already frozen. You don't have to. The salt itself will unthaw it, but then also it help it. It will seek into the salt and the sugar. Will seek into that breast and bro. Let me tell you something. And you put all your seasons that you like. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you don't like the traditional sage and all that. You want to go Cajun. Throw your Cajun seasoning in there. It would get all into that job. But just make sure one thing for sure and two things for certain. Use butter. Always use butter.
Use the butter, not margarine. I can't use my good margarine.
Not margarine. Not I can't believe it's not butter. Butter.
I can't believe y'all hating on my margarine.
So Bobby, could you text me that for the turkey? Because I think I might try that for mine. Because I'm getting ready to put mine out tomorrow. So text me all of that you said for the turkey.
Okay, I will.
So, Bobby, if you got butter, does it matter if it's salted or non-salted or sweet?
I don't like it salted. Honestly, I like to season my own food. So I always get mine unsalted. And what I mean, and then make sure when you do your turkey, dry it off nicely, and then take and lift that skin up. Then once you lift that skin up, lift it all the way up, go all the way down, and your hand should go in there. And
say, don't hesitate. Don't slack on it.
Right, don't slack on it. Get in there and lift that skin up. Then take that butter and make sure it's room temperature. And all the seasons that you use, mix it up in that butter. And then take that butter and rub it all in the breast and all that shit. You feel me? And then don't forget to do it on top of the skin because you want a pecan brown, baby. You don't want no t-shirt color turkey.
Don't forget the bacon under the skin.
Yes.
What
you saying?
Bacon under that
skin. Oh,
yes.
I heard that too. Bacon. But see, I'm frying mine. So maybe I still put bacon on it and fry it.
Yeah, because if it's on the inside of the turkey, it shouldn't affect it when you dip it. But it still should cook.
Mm-hmm. Then if you roasting it, take all your seasonings. I like fresh herbs. So you can take like a whole onion, some lemon, some rosemary, some sage, some thyme, and stuff it in that joint. Just stuff it in there. And do the same thing I told you with all the other stuff on top. Mm-hmm. You'd be on point.
Mm-hmm. I had apples too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What does that do?
I don't know.
On the inside?
Yeah.
All the flavors
too, with all that, the lemon and the sage.
All the flavors is cooking on the inside and it's going inside the skin, inside the meat. It's cooking on the inside.
So it's also creating like the drippings that's at the bottom.
At the bottom also,
that you can use to continue to baste the turkey too.
Okay. Oh, I got you.
How do you baste the turkey if it's in a bag?
Who turkey in a bag?
That's what I was told to do.
That's so lazy.
Well, yeah, Dennis has already told that.
What is going on? Why is all of our business being shared?
How is it being lazy by putting my turkey in a bag?
That is so lazy and wrong. That's so disrespectful to our ancestors.
But you talking about one of those?
Heaven bags.
What is going on?
The bags.
Sharing my sexy face.
There's a COVID-19 messaging. Let me figure it out.
Well, yeah, bring it up.
Okay,
and share your screen.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Why is putting a turkey in a bag lazy?
I don't personally think it's lazy as long
Thank
as you
you.
put effort into what you're putting in the bag with the turkey. If you're just throwing a turkey and some seasoning and tie it up and that's it, then that is kind of lazy. But if you like putting some effort into, you know,
Is it
your
gonna
turkey
brown?
that you put in the bag, because it takes a lot of work to do that turkey in the bag.
If you cook it with love,
Yes.
you won't use a bag.
How do you cook a
Just
turkey
make
with
sure
a?
it's not
Because
all-
if you cook it with love, the turkey is gonna come out good regardless, whether you cook it in a bag or not.
Hmm. And what was your question, Dennis?
Okay, I apologize because me being ignorant, but when you put a turkey in the bag, doesn't because if it doesn't have a thermometer that you know when it's done, how do you know? I mean,
Turkey does have a little thing that pops up.
thank you,
It's a
Sada, for
little
somebody for
thing,
saying.
but I still check my turkey with my meat thermometer, my own thermometer.
Yeah, I have
Not
one
just
too.
trust the little
I
red
have one also.
plastic thing that's gonna pop up out the turkey. That's what it's supposed to do, but I'm
Or
still
you go to
gonna
Amazon
pick it
right
up
now
anyway.
and get it overnight, the one that you can have in the oven, and you can see the temperature on your phone while you're sitting on the toilet or going to the store. You can be like, okay, my turkey almost done. Bam. You can go to sleep and though, boom. Yeah, that's how I do mine.
So is that lazy?
No, mine's be after the love I put into it.
Oh, see,
Right.
there you go. No,
After I done rub that baby
you
So
put
down.
the
Dennis, you
thermometer.
say you don't know how to cook with love?
After
No,
I
no, no,
love,
no, no, no. He was saying my turkey in a bag. If you go get a thermometer and it tells your cell phone the turkey is ready, that's cheating.
no, it's not. That's telling me that's being smart.
That's
Every
cheating.
chef use a thermometer.
That's cheating, Bobby. I don't
Every
see.
chef use a thermometer.
Okay, if I put it in the bag, when it falls off the bone, that's when it's done.
But that skin gonna be so rubbery.
Are you sure that's when it's done?
And
Yeah, because you.
soft.
I mean, how? Okay, okay. When do you figure a turkey is done? I'm like, because I mean,
Ooh,
it
that skin
don't
gonna be-
bleed.
I thought it's supposed to have a little blood in it.
That skin ain't gonna be right.
But the whole turkey, you got to get it certain temperature. Once that, if it ain't got the thermometer or it's not in the bag, I don't know how to judge turkey then.
Well, what you do after you cook it in the bag, please take the cut the bag open and then let it brown.
Right? Because I'm like, how does it go brown in the bag?
Let it brown.
That turkey browns in my bag. I don't care what y'all say.
I'm sure that turkey do brown in your bag.
How you doing?
We didn't
I'm
want to
sure it
say
does.
nothing.
Y'all being
But I
mean.
personally do not put my turkey in a bag. But for those who do, let's hashtag that turkey in a bag.
Right.
And that is the hashtag for this episode.
I thought that turkey in the bag was a prerequisite.
Turkey in the
no.
bag is the hashtag. That is not a prerequisite.
No, those was for the
Right.
folks that didn't want to learn how to read a thermometer.
They didn't know how to cook to begin with.
So what were we looking at? Was that COVID information?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, standard.
We're down to our last 60 seconds.
Oh, no.
Dennis is not watching again? I'm sure.
Our last 60 seconds.
No, we got.
And on the last 60 seconds,
It's 6:58. You know.
Oh.
Everybody can get a booster now.
Oh
Yeah.
yes. I need to
please
get
go
mine.
get your boosters.
Everybody can get a booster.
I want to get mine tomorrow. I'm gonna see where I can go.
Ain't they giving 50 bucks for that?
Anywhere.
No, I
You
need
can
to go and get it
anywhere.
for free.
Yes, anywhere.
They
There's no
giving it
cost
for
for-
free
There's
anywhere.
no, there's no
it's
cost for
one
boosters.
free.
Okay, duly noted.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
I'll go
no,
get
not
one
cost
tomorrow.
for boosters.
I'll go get one tomorrow. I should have.
Yeah, CVS is perfect. I'm just
Okay.
saying. Yeah,
Okay.
CVS or Walgreens. But I went to CVS.
Okay.
So glad we
But yeah, boosting. Come on, music.
just to have a
We're
laugh.
here Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 6 to 7 p.m. for your entertainment. We'll be back with y'all again this week before the Thanksgiving holidays. And I think Dennis is trying to rush and put something on for y'all. So we'll see y'all next time around. Peace.
There's a time you put aside, dreaming, and a time for things you have to.
What is going on with this? And we still live.
I like the best is any.
Still live, Dennis.
I know.
Dennis like that mess.
Yeah, turn it off, honey. I'm gonna go.
Good
He
night.
think we
I'm
are
gonna
white
go.
women.
Y'all, we can't shoot the shit when we still live, bitch. I'm gonna go. But I'm sure you wanna. The website actually does look nice, by the way. That's my comment. There's a few tweaks that I've seen that need to happen, but overall, the website is very ridiculous.
Thank you.
Is that the music that's playing on the website?
No, that's Bobby. Telling me to say that you